agreement. The Surface Transportation Board was supposed to approve the potential transaction. They gave notice on September 29th of this year that they have not approved the transaction and rejected the filings related to the transaction. They left the door open to refile under a different type of application. So that is still a potential possibility. We would have to refresh all the settlement documents to bring the dates a bit more current, but it could be done. The matter at hand here under the agenda is to terminate the settlement agreement, and there's wide authority to do so. We drafted the settlement agreement with S&S's counsel. We knew there would be a lot of conditions to closing and that the transaction might not close. The main provision that gives the council authority to terminate the settlement agreement is from Article 3, Section P, Paragraph 6A3, which states any party may terminate the settlement agreement if the closing has not occurred for any reason as of April 9th, 2021. And obviously we passed that date. We're in limbo in this case, in this matter, with the settlement agreement pending for over a year now. Additionally, a condition to close was the Surface Transportation Board approving the transaction. They have not over a year later. And Judge Debresky in the 7th Judicial District Court here in Nevada entering findings of fact, conclusions of law in a stipulated order for dismissal. And that hasn't occurred either. He's made clear that the proposed findings of fact and conclusions of law that had been submitted to him by the parties, he had significant questions about, but we didn't really get into that because we've been waiting for the STB. So, the agreement says that whether a condition to closing has been satisfied will be liberally construed in favor of the party terminating the agreement, and then the effect of the termination will be that the current document titled, I think it's joint development / lease agreement, will sort of come back into effect, and the case will ultimately have to be unstayed in the 7th Judicial District Court. That's all I have. If there's any questions.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Okay, we'll move on to number 9. Councilman Allworth, discussion for possible action, approval for and direction to city clerk to send notice of contract termination to all parties to settlement, sale, and mutual release of all claims agreement by and among the Nevada Northern Railway Foundation, Inc., a Nevada nonprofit corporation, formerly known as White Pine Historical Railroad Foundation, Inc., a Nevada nonprofit corporation, the City of Ely, Nevada, a Nevada Municipal Corporation, and S&S Shortline Leasing, LLC, a Utah Limited Liability Company, the settlement agreement, in accordance with Section 21 of the settlement agreement.
I'll move to approve.
For a second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. And number 10, Councilman Allworth, discussion for possible action only. Approval of 5th Amendment to the Development Agreement between the City of Ely and Nevada Northern Railway Foundation, Inc., extending the term of the development agreement to January 1st, 2023.
I'll move to approve.
For a second,
I'll second that one.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Last item is item 11. Council member, City Treasurer Trask, discussion for possible action, establishment of an application deadline for the City American Rescue Plan Business Grant. This is just some housekeeping, finding an end date for that so we can do some other things with that money as well. Just kind of get some money.
Treasurer Trask is on tonight, or she would have been here, but she did ask me to request that it would be effective